Bum, 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 bum.
Hey, we're on time.
Shit. That feels good.
The number one live show in the world, West Coast Pop Log Podcast. Coming to you from Pig Studios in Compton, California. Featuring radio personality Super Steve Flores. Comedian extraordinaire, that dude Johnny C. And Mr. I'll Do Anything for a Buck, Mario 81. So throw your dubs in the air and let's get ready to pop log.
Yo, what's up? It's that time again. It's time for the West Coast Pop Log Podcast, the number one live podcast
On
every
Earth.
Tuesday night.
Except
From
for
a
next week,
super-
it'll be Monday.
Secret location in Compton, California.
Pigs with the Z.
And
Z.
pigs with that hard ass.
Hard.
Z.
Hard Zed.
And then next week, we'll have a Monday show instead of a Tuesday show. And that week will be Johnny's birthday.
Happy birthday, Johnny.
Thanks. All right, next week is my birthday for sure. It's Valentine's Day this week.
And it'll be
Oh,
like,
yeah.
we'll have like fucking crocodiles and we'll just fucking get all fucked up.
What do you want for your birthday, Johnny?
Nothing. It's always been so terrible to like in relationships to have my birthday the week after Valentine's Day because it never matches. Like whatever my combination of gifts for Valentine's Day and my birthday is never matched up to whatever I gave for Valentine's Day. You know what I mean? Never.
Yeah.
But I mean, you should already expect that. You can't be thinking that, oh, I'm gonna get fucking matched up. It doesn't
No,
work like
I'm
that.
just saying, but
in the
but
universe.
look
it's
at-
like having your birthday right by Christmas. Like you get fucked.
No, but here's the thing. He's saying is like when they give you the gift, it's all for your Valentine's and your
Sure,
birthday.
yeah, happy
It's like, fuck
Valentine's Day,
you.
happy birthday. Yeah.
I need
like-
two gifts. It's two separate days.
Or one giant good gift, not just some like, oh.
I mean,
Bullshit.
obviously, you can't get your shoes or your pants. Like, what would make Johnny's fucking
My
birthday
shoe-
like?
my
Oh my
shoes are-
god! Like,
Shoes or pants for sure. Like if that, look, I can't even. I have everything I need. I can't think of anything that would make me more happy.
drugs.
Drugs would not make me more happy than
Oh, okay.
Heather Gray Ben Davis. Like that's not. That's not even no.
Gray Band Davis.
Heather Gray, not light gray. There's two grays. There's,
I
a light,
better known.
there's a light gray and a charcoal gray. The Heather Gray.
Heather
Heather
Gray.
Gray.
And I'm
Heather
sorry,
Gray.
do they still make that or not make that?
No, they're having a problem with the fabric, so they don't currently make that.
They don't make none of your fucking clothes anymore.
Correct.
Are you about to like fade into obscurity
I
and
don't
just
know,
not
it's
like?
killing me. And PF Flyers, they don't make these PF Flyers. They changed what PF Flyers look like. The center highs are like they're all black and white now. They look like garbage.
By the way, I'm looking at you on the screen right now. You look so sad as you're saying this.
Ah,
Your
man, it's
eyes
true.
are
I'm
so
fucking
sad.
legit bummed. Go to the PF Flyers website. Let me show you what I'm fucking talking about.
And you know what? The thing with I'm the same way, Johnny. I'm in a relationship, so Valentine's is coming tomorrow. Not that I don't want anything, but but like you said, I get myself what I want.
Yeah.
And I have everything that I want, you know? I have a home, I have, everything
Your
that I
needs
could
are
want.
taken care
Yeah,
of.
because I'll get it. And I don't want it to seem like a comp. I just want to give her what I want to give her, you know what I mean? and then
Yeah.
I'm cool with it.
Yeah, okay,
So you're not expecting anything. You're gonna drop $1,000 because is this your first official Valentine's with her?
$1,000.
I don't know. I'm just throwing shit out there.
no,
Because I mean, because she's in love right now, fool. I mean, money's no object right now when you're in love.
but you're right, Maro. Yeah, I'm not expecting anything.
Okay.
All right,
And, you know,
This fool's gonna get like the mariachi, the hot air balloon ride, the
No,
fucking
come on,
the
dude.
helicopter to bring the fucking chocolate straight from Sweden.
oh, that would
He's gonna get the Backstreet Boys to fucking sing a fucking song.
Backstreet Boys.
I don't know.
Hey, Johnny,
bad.
the ones in the middle fucking are awesome for you.
quiet down. Now,
Mario, show
Shut
those,
up,
show
bro.
those ones.
Hold on,
Man,
let me make
I'm
sure.
Hey,
this-
so
look at, put
mad
it this way.
right now.
Out of those three, whatever the audience chooses, that's what we're buying Johnny.
I don't want any
These
of
right here,
those.
the zebra
Ah,
stripes.
that's
Why
my,
would you
that's
buy
my
me those?
choice.
I will not wear those. There's $120 too for a joke. Go to shop. Let me show you what I'm talking about.
These look like some fucking
They're like
some
raver boots or something.
They're like platforms from like some.
I just want to know who was in the meeting and was like, oh, these are
They're like,
fucking
this is
rad.
go to center.
Wait, okay.
Center right there.
Like
So
where
they
Johnny
look-
knows.
Yeah, because I look at this website all the time.
Just in case they like
They
fucked
come
up
back?
and they like gonna put
Correct. So now they look like that.
the black middle ones.
Yes, or even black on the left. But like the PF flyer part is different. And there's usually like a red and a black thing around the bottom. Like it's not just Like they're
All
not
white.
just all black, you know what I mean? And like this, and down the back isn't all black. Like I just don't. I don't like them. I don't like them at all. I'm still gonna buy them, but
I'm still gonna buy it, but I don't
I'm
like
gonna
it.
give them a shot, you know. But right now, I'm bummed about it. But
They don't
I'm gonna
have the customization model where you can
nothing.
customize.
No, you can just buy them with those idiot stripes on them. That's all.
Because nowadays that's what they're going to, like customize.
Right, which would be
What's
awesome.
the difference?
They don't have a red stripe.
No, between those two that he's talking
is
about.
it the green, the bumper?
No, it's the eyelets are all black.
Oh, that is the difference.
Oh.
Yep, the eyelets are black. That's it.
Which I think I'd rather go for that pair.
The black.
Yeah.
I don't like the all black because it makes me feel like I'm a fucking wrestler from the 50s.
No. The top ones,
But with the
those ones.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I dig those.
I'd still go these guys right there.
Yeah, those right there are totally like fucking.
Yeah.
I wear these.
Yeah, of course. Those are you're either working production or you're working at a restaurant. That's it.
Yeah. What if we paint the line? Because there's paint for shoes and shit.
Yeah, I mean it's just I might be just being an old man and liking the way things I like them, but I just think the other design is better. You know?
No, I like the red line.
Yeah,
I really like the red
See,
line.
Johnny, there's nothing on page 3. They would have been here.
That's where they were. That's
Oh,
that's
really?
What? Because they were there. They were still there in like whatever bullshit sizes they had. They had like size 4 and size 15. Were the
You knew
only
they
ones
were-
they.
Whenever they have just minimal sizes, that means they're gone.
That's how the Ben Davis site was for the longest time, where I was seeing sizes
Everything but
disappear.
yours.
Where it was like, oh no, they didn't have mine anymore. They had like 52, 50, 48, and like 30, you know, and
Yeah.
all slowly,
28.
slowly those ones. It was just to where it was none.
Fuck.
Because I was like, fuck that. I'm just gonna buy big ones and have them tailored.
Yeah.
And I went on the website. I was like, we don't have those either. Like,
Damn.
beat it.
You almost got the 15s?
No, not in the shoes in Ben Davis.
Oh, okay.
I wasn't gonna buy shoes.
No,
in
you
the
can't
shoes,
get. You
bitch.
can't
You
tailor.
can't
I don't know. I was just like, really? Where do they do that at? You got a sweatshop on lock or what?
They're Geppetto. No, Dad, Geppetto made shoes, right? He was a cobbler.
Yeah.
Geppetto. I'll take him to Geppetto.
Um,
Pinocchio, help me out.
Okay, now let's say no go. You hate those. What's your go-to after?
I'm gonna
Converse?
start wearing boots. No, like,
Oh
I'm
yeah, I
just-
remember. Yeah,
like,
you were
I'm
wearing.
just-
Yeah,
I'm just wearing
because this
boots.
happened before.
Yeah,
And they brought him back, but at the
Yeah.
time you were wearing the black boots.
yeah. I'm just gonna wear boots now.
So
And that's it.
I mean, I guess.
So
yeah.
as I'm looking at your feet, these are your last pair
Yeah,
of the
yeah,
one.
and these aren't even my last pair. My last pair ripped, like the seam ripped. I was like, fuck, and I thought that was it. And I looked in my closet, and I had an old pair that I had like put aside. They're like on their last fucking legs. But I was like, all right, I'm gonna bring these out.
You can't get them restored in any kind of way and bring them back to
They're
life.
done. They're done. They're like discolored, like
There's no place
bleached
like
across the top.
Johnny, they look like fucking Chucks.
They don't though. They do, but they don't.
Coke tastes like Pepsi, but it's not. You know what
I
mean?
guess
Like-
it does. Yeah.
United Shoes doesn't have them.
Not nobody. I went down to Melrose. I was like, because I was just like looking like shoe stores.
Have you been to that one by Doughboys?
No.
United Shoes. What size are you, Johnny?
10.5.
Anyone out there?
We're on a
Podcast
worldwide
world.
search for
10 and a
PF
half PF flyers with the red stripe high
White
top.
stripe.
Yeah. The center highs, 10.5.
Have you tried going to Mexico City to like the Tianguis where shit everything gets fucking bootleg?
No, I would love some bootleg ones. They were like $25 a pair. I'd buy like 30 pairs. I'm like, let me get these right
But
here.
they're not PF flyers. They'll be like,
PF
JF.
lawyers.
Yeah.
FLYORS. FLYORS. Lawyers.
Lawyers.
Well, I
Pretty cool.
watched. So I watched this dude, Andrew Callahan, Channel 5 News. He's on YouTube. He makes like fucking street documentaries. I'll tell you about when he was in Philadelphia with where the cartel controls the trank stuff out there.
Yeah.
So now their whole series has been doing border crisis. So down in Mexico, down in Texas, like looking at all this. They were in Laredo, like by the El Paso River. So they're down there like talking to fools. And he's like, fuck that. I'm going to go. Like, I want to talk to some coyotes. And so he talked to, as a rapper dude, this Mexican rapper dude that took him across. Some coyote dudes agreed to, talk to him like, you got to blur our face. But, like, we'll show you what's up. Like, show you how so they took him by the river and by the Rio Grande. So he's, like, showing them the rivers. Like, we can't pass here. It's fucking wild. And they're trying to show him all this stuff. Then, once it gets to the point of, like, no return, they're way deep in. He's like, by the way, it's going to be like $5,000 a piece.
What?
And because they were with like 4 dudes, and he was like, nah, only 2 of you can come. Like, lose these other dudes. And then He was like, by the way, because he didn't think they were going to cross. He thought they were just going to show him how to do it. And the dude's like, no, we're crossing. And it's going to be $5,000 a piece. It's like, fuck. And so they're like, all right. And they go, and as soon as they cross, fucking ICE was on them. These fools have been watching. They had him the whole day. They had been watching him the entire time. They got him like, hands up. And he's like, we're journalists. They fucking arrested that fool, charged him with illegally entering because the coyotes immediately jumped in the water and just swam back to Mexico. Like immediately, as soon as they just jumped in, they got him, put him in a migrant detention center for 4 days in solitary confinement, and charged him with illegally entering the country.
Even though he's a citizen.
Yeah, you're not allowed to do that.
No, yeah, you are.
Huh?
Yeah, you are.
You can't just jump.
No, yeah, you are.
How?
It's open. They're letting people do it now.
Oh yeah, no, sure, but if they catch you, you're in trouble.
Well, I mean, they're bullshit. They're letting people do it, man. And why I don't know, but they're letting them.
But he got caught.
No, he did. Of course. When you're a citizen, I mean, look it. Homeless people are out there doing all kinds of crazy ass shit in the streets.
No, because
you can't do it.
But he can't apply for asylum. He can't say I'm escaping from my country. Like he has no reason why he did it.
But none of those people are escaping asylum, bro.
What do you mean? Venezuelans are coming from fucked up shit. Nicaraguans are coming from fucked up shit. The Senegal, those people are coming from fucked up shit.
You think that right now it's not just as bad for them right here? Because they don't have anything.
But this is the documentary was about that too. That how these people are completely buy into the American dream and 100% believe that they're going to walk across the border and their lives are going to be changed forever. Like everybody that he was talking to was like, and they're like, don't you know about this? Don't you know about that? They're like, nah. Like they believe in the TV and movies America.
Yeah.
And no one's told them any different. Like they 100%, when they're talking to these fools, they're like, it's going to be fucking great. Right. It's going to be great. And they were talking to the other dude and the coyote dudes. And he's like, man, I used to live in the U.S. He's like, that shit fucking sucks. He was like, all I was doing is work, sleep. Like he goes, you get paid more. He was like, but it costs so much more to live there. You know, it's like I'd rather do this, just go back and forth.
I was just having this conversation with someone else too about the same shit where they just went back to Mexico. Like, nah, man, shit's way too fucking rough here. Yeah, land of opportunity, land of the free, but that shit costs quadruple billion more times more to live here than anything else.
And like anything else, it's those opportunities are far and few between.
Sure.
Only a few people get to that spot of opportunity.
And he was saying that these people have absolutely zero understanding of that reality.
Yeah.
Like have watched Top Gun. And we're like, fuck, I'm going to get that. Like, I'm going to the danger zone. You know
Maverick.
And the thing is, they do come here and they think it's going to be cool. And then, some of them end up on drugs or alcohol. And then next thing you know, they're just,
And what's crazy is
Fresno.
And that people come here and you look at the way they're living and you're like, how could you do this? And it's better than where they were at. They're like, shit, this is way better than where I was. Yeah. You look at there, you're like, Jesus, you're living like a fucking homeless person. You live like a bum. And they're like, nah, you don't understand. This is way better than home. And it's like, fuck, all right.
Damn.
By the way, what a fucked up deal. You just lost $10K for two people and you still got caught.
Well, no. That was
they
cool
didn't
for
get
them.
caught. The coyotes didn't get caught. The coyotes jumped back
No,
in the water.
I'm just saying like...
They didn't pay them. They didn't have any money. They were going to pay when they got here. Because they were going to get here and then walk 60 miles to Uvalde from where they crossed over. And that was their... He was like, we either got to get someone to come pick us in a truck or we're going to have to walk. And then he was like, oh.
Well, they got picked up. Just not
how they were expecting.
No.
But it was like the moment where he was like, the reality of, oh shit, I'm endangered. Like this whole time I didn't think I was. He was like, I understood that this was dangerous, but like, oh, I'm like.
I knew a guy that came out here and he had crossed over I think 3 times total, and through the desert. And one time his whole group, a helicopter started flying overhead, so everyone just scatters. So he goes into this pile of like just shrubs or woods or whatever, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And lays under there, and so he doesn't hear any more helicopter, and it took 3 days. Just under there, no water, no nothing, just under there for 3 days. And then he said another time he came there was a group of people. They take like a 15-minute break, and then the kid was like, okay, let's go. And then this group of people were like, nah, we're done. We can't go. And they're like, nah, bro, get up. Because they're afraid that those people are going to tell, hey, there's more of them or whatever.
Sure. However, where you can't split up.
And the guy's like, no, dude, you get up now.
It's time to go.
This is where you're done. And yeah, man, he says he's seen like skulls and bones and shit. And yeah, I was like, fuck, bro. It's crazy, man. Just to try to get over, it's crazy. Crazy. And these are Mexicans that, trying to come out here and work.
Right.
And he just went back. He made his money, sent his money back. He lived here, rented a room, and did his thing and worked every single day. And then finally just made enough and bought a house and like an apartment and stuff over there, complex, like two apartments. And yeah, man. Now he's
so
back home.
wild. And you see us like that. Talking to these people, Mexico was the end of the journey. These people had started.
Yeah.
There's people like Venezuela, that are walking. That have been walking for months. That were just heading north. That's all. Just keep going. Go this way. It's like, are you?
And then there's like a death train too.
What's a death train?
Like it's on the border, I think, of like South America and Mexico, and like people jump on it, and it takes you somewhere else. It helps you get maybe towards the center of Mexico or closer to the border with the U.S. But people are on there. And they're so tired that some of them fall asleep and fall off and get run over.
Oh, shit.
Or get legs taken off or arms. And there's these like, I don't know, not a halfway house, but like homes that people have set up and like guys that live there now that are missing a leg or missing an arm. And there's people that what they started doing was like tying themselves off to the train.
Holy shit, so they don't fall off.
So they don't fall off if they fall asleep. And it's just loaded with people on the train, dude. And you also have to watch out for like, cartels killing them or doing whatever, I think it was called a death train or something like that. I saw some little article. I think it was Vice did it.
Wild.
Yeah. For what you're willing to go through just to come here. And, they didn't choose to be born there and we didn't choose to be born here. We just were, you know what I mean?
Right.
That's the crazy part. That's the crazy part. Like, I don't know, man.
The land of the free.
Yeah.
Whoever told you that was your enemy.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. It's crazy, bro. Because I have family in Mexico that love it. And they wouldn't change it for the world. They, they have their business or whatever, and they're doing their thing.
I think it's hard for some Americans to hear that people are happy in other countries and like prospering. Like, what do you mean you don't want to fuck? Like they don't want anybody to come here. Like fucking stay the fuck out of our country.
Yeah.
They're like, we don't want to come here. We're perfectly happy where we're at. What the fuck do you mean you're happy where you're at? You want to be here? It's way better. It's like, we can't have it both ways, man.
No, you can't. But man, it's crazy. Happy Valentine's.
Happy Valentine's. Are you gonna do anything for Valentine's Day, Mario?
I cook.
What are you gonna cook?
A brisket.
I'm not cooking a brisket.
Oh.
I had some wild ocean shrimp from Mexico imported.
Damn.
And I'm cooking that.
Talk about dropping $1,000.
Nah, not even.
Are you gonna put them in your smoker?
I am. You know what? I didn't even think about that. The last time I did think about that, but this time I'm gonna do them up. But I was planning on going to Kicking Crabs, one of my favorite restaurants, and go getting some of their sauce and cooking it in that sauce.
Oh, so this Valentine's gift is for you. This is not for us. This is for you. No.
We both
Happy
love
Valentine's
shrimp.
No.
She's allergic to shrimp. She's like, I don't like shrimp.
Yeah.
No, she loves seafood more than I do. I mean, I love that shit. She loves
But
that shit.
I remember I went with Mario for the first time. I've never gone to like the kicking crab, boiling crab, whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
Steve was
And I
so
went with
disgusted.
Mario. No, well, hold on.
Put the bib on.
I get
Yeah.
there, I put the bib on, and we're waiting for our food, and he whips out gloves and shit.
I can't prepare it.
And I'm like, yo,
Don't
where
fuck around.
are my gloves? He's like, no,
Where are my gloves?
He goes, you're a rookie.
You need to
earn 'em.
experience this shit.
Experience what? My hands smelling like shrimp all day?
This
Yes.
fool Mario brought gloves.
He brought gloves.
Like a fucking lunatic.
gloves.
No. So most of these places will offer you gloves, and at the time, depending on what restaurant it was, they will give you the really nice like chef, or not even chef gloves, but like real nice gloves that you for food preparing. And then after time, shit got
It's like the
expensive.
plastic
The
shitty
plastic ones
gloves.
who were got lame, so I got used to like the good shit. I'm like, fuck you. If you're not gonna give them to me, I'll bring my fucking own.
Well, Mario's a lunatic.
What are you talking about?
So
I'm not the only one that does this, by the way.
I opened up.
I'm
the
sure
bag.
there's plenty of crazy people in the world.
I opened up the bag, bro, and like I ate a couple,
Yeah.
and then the shrimp started looking at me because they have the heads on with the
Yeah.
eyeballs, and I'm going like, "Fuck!"
It's the best part when you like rip their heads off and you suck out their brains.
I couldn't get past it.
Can't do it.
Had like 2 or 3, and then I was like, you know what? And I like shrimp,
Yeah.
but not with the head on, and all the little eyeballs are like, "What's up, Steve?"
In the bag.
Yeah, like what the fuck, bro? You don't even have gloves on. You know?
Certain of these places will sell you everything already peeled. They charge you more, but certain ones will do it.
There's just some old lady back there ripping heads off.
Yep. And sucking it. She's getting hers.
Get it.
But yeah, so I took the whole bag to my mom. I was like, here. And I haven't gone since then. That's been a long time. Like,
Yeah, it's been a few years. Yeah.
My sister loves fucking boiling crab. They go there like once a week. Like I want to say, like
Damn.
That was
I
me.
mean, maybe not that, but it seems like it. You know what I
Hey,
mean?
sister,
Like,
put us in the comment. Let
not
us know how
that
many
one.
times you
Not
go.
that. Not Katie. Not my other sisters. They fucking loves boiling crab. Like,
Boiling crab was the first place I ever went to, and it was my favorite. Then over time, something happened, like just like everything else. Changed the recipe, didn't taste the same. The sauce wasn't as thick, got really oily and watery. Like, what the fuck? So then I started going to kicking crab. Scutchin.
You started going where?
Kicking crab.
Kicking crab. Where's
Kicking
kicking crab?
They're spread out. There's
Right
some.
next to boiling
Oh, this
crab.
is like
It's
a
another.
chain.
Yeah, it's another boiling crab, but
There's another chain of crab restaurants.
there's a handful of chains of crab restaurants like that.
There's like the kicking crab, the fucking
this-
pinching crab.
Is it all the
fucking-
same? All the same food?
Very similar. Yeah.
They have like giant crab legs, king crab
Yes.
legs.
Oh, so good.
That's the one thing I don't like about like Valentine's, because you go to a restaurant you might like, but they have the Valentine's menu.
Sure.
So
So
you
no, I want. Where's
Yeah.
the regular shit at?
I
man?
wanted to get what I like when I
Yeah,
come here.
yeah, we're
And
trying
they're
to-
like, no, and it's like now it's like it was like, let's say whatever the menu is, instead of like a $20 plate, now it's like a $50, $60.
Of course,
Yeah.
And you're like, what
because
the
it
fuck?
comes with a little chocolate heart. Like, here you go. Here's a little heart.
And not even a chocolate heart. It comes with the drizzle around it.
Yeah, on around the plate.
Yeah, with an
heart.
initial
Little
here.
candle. Here you go.
Fuck you, dude.
But you get the drizzle after that. That's the fucking key point.
Are you being gross right now? Is
I
that
am
what's
being
going
gross.
on?
Yes.
Just making sure I was picking up
Yes.
what you were putting down.
Yes, sir.
Aces.
For sure, I grew out of that shit a long time ago. Like, even with a couple girlfriends, like, dude, this is fucking stupid. Like, the line, the waits are fucking ridiculous.
Really?
You're waiting hours upon
Shut
hours
up.
for like Valentine's anywhere.
Oh yeah.
But back in the day, kicking crab too. I mean, boiling crab, dude. On a Saturday, you can wait anywhere between 2 to 3 hours to get it.
I mean, somebody can, not me.
Yeah.
Somebody else can.
Suck
I'm not
heads?
waiting. No.
Suck head.
I mean, I'll wait a couple hours to get my head sucked. I'm not waiting hours to suck heads.
Yeah.
Nah, no
And some of that
chance.
fucking sauce.
Yeah.
You got to wear gloves.
Gotta wear gloves.
That makes me laugh out. My friend Oliver, he brings his own silverware to restaurants.
Oh, really?
I have a friend that does
Yeah,
that.
he carries it. He carries them in a velvet. He has it on him all the time. He carries it in a little velvet pouch and he keeps it in his back pocket. And he's left them at restaurants a bunch of times where we got to go back or call him because it's like nice silver. It's like antiques.
Shit.
It's like antique. So you know it if it gets mixed up with other stuff. They're like, you'll know my fork. You know, it's not. You're not gonna fucking miss it. So we've had to go back to restaurants.
Wasn't that G who was taking his own shit around? Okay.
No, it's a friend of mine. She, Brandy. Remember, she'd always have to get plastic. She wouldn't never eat out of the, like, snow pebbles from the shaved ice.
Oh, okay.
Which is cool. I mean, I guess that they don't believe that person washed it correctly.
Like I know I would love to do weird stuff like that. I just don't care enough. Like I think about it. Like I saw him doing that, and I didn't think it was stupid. I was like, that's a fucking great idea. I'm gonna get me an antique set of silverware and bring it places. And it never went past that.
'Cause there's a lot of effort in that, bro. And you
Right.
gotta take it home, and you gotta wash.
And you gotta
them.
remember them all the time.
Yeah.
Or the one time you go to, you're like, fuck, I left my silverware at home.
Yeah.
I left my baby fork there. What the fuck?
Yeah, no.
I do carry shit in my car, so I got a pair of chopsticks and
What the
all
fuck
kinds-
do you have chopsticks for?
because I eat everything with chopsticks.
No, he's like the kind of guy that will eat Chinese food with chopsticks.
Sure. What about, do you eat your fucking meat burrito with chopsticks?
No, that's not
No, it's
double
just
hand,
Chinese
baby.
food.
Double hand.
Like I know people like you get a teriyaki bowl, they have to have the chopsticks. Well, dude, just get a fucking fork.
Yeah.
Like, nah, bro.
I like eating everything with chopsticks.
I mean, I use chopsticks, but like,
Yeah, like on sushi and like,
Yeah.
like.
and on hot Cheetos.
Hot Cheetos. I don't eat hot Cheetos, but yeah.
Well, no, whenever like the first time I saw somebody eat chips with chopsticks, I was like, these motherfuckers
Genius.
are smart. Like, God,
Genius.
Like Asian people are fucking geniuses.
But you don't
man.
like the finger.
No,
powder?
I mean, I like it the
finger part.
first 2 times,
Yeah.
and then after that, just starts to get. If you're really eating chips, by the you know what I mean. By
Like,
the time,
okay, explain what's really.
it's like
chips?
you're putting a dent at like.
You're fucking up a family pack.
At least half of that, or a full bag of just like the regular chips. If you're fucking up, like by the end of the bag, your fingers are fucked.
Like
up.
a full size big bag.
Yeah, your fingers are fucked up at the end of that. Just like salt and vinegar chips,
Oh,
whatever. Your fingers.
You cannot
fucked
fuck up party size salt and vinegar. Your
No,
lips
I mean,
are chapped. You're fucking
You have to
everything's
just
burning.
pour, like, just put butter and stuff on your face. Try to get some moisture in there. Like, God damn, man, my face is fucked.
And then I just like the Cheetos or whatever on the fingers.
Sure.
And then, you just
Like the first, right? The one Cheeto or 2 Cheetos and you get the teeth. That's awesome. But by the end of the bag, and 2 days later, your fingers are still fucking stained. Like that's
that's kicking crabs.
yeah.
So
But
you wear
at
gloves.
least, dude. But at least it don't smell. It don't smell like fucking shrimps.
Yeah.
And you're like, fuck. What
So
the fuck's
your fingers
that?
are red and it smells like fish. Like,
Yeah.
oh, God
Like
damn,
2 days at least with scrubbing.
And you fucking rub your eyes and then fuck
Fuck yourself up and shit.
What kind of gloves do you use? Just like regular, like latex gloves?
Like
No, the black ones. Come on, bro.
They're food preparing gloves.
The black
They're
ones.
just regular gloves that now they've decided are food. Like that was wild for me to see mechanics and chefs and all that stuff. Like they didn't use to, like 15 years ago. Those people did not wear gloves.
No.
Like, but now like everybody wears gloves.
Well, mechanics, I get it, dude. I mean,
but it was like back in the day. Your hands need to be greasy.
You see a mechanic,
Yeah,
and they're just
they
permanent-
wash them and shit, and they're
So
still
greasy, yeah.
fucked up,
Greasy.
just like in your. And I understand 100% why. The first time I saw somebody wearing the gloves, I was like, that guy's dad's a mechanic. He's seen
I worked on my girl's ride on Saturday, and
Is this part of the Valentine's Day
fucked
gift,
up-
by the way?
No,
Yeah,
no,
so
it
you
was just
fucked your hands off.
yeah, I fucked my knuckles up. But the thing is, like, I mean,
Should have worn gloves.
no, I did put on a pair of gloves.
Oh.
But just the latex, that's
Oh,
all
okay.
I had.
Yeah.
And so I was trying to keep them clean, blah, blah, blah. They fucking tear. You're like, fuck this. I got to get this shit done. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and I fucked my shit up, though. I was just changing the battery out. It just was going out, so it needed to be changed.
That was one of the things. Tattoo shops, when COVID was going down, like medical supplies quadrupled in price.
Oh, yeah.
So it was like gloves, the fucking everything, anything that could be used in a hospital that you also use a tattoo. The prices were like, it was like $10 a box for fucking,
The black gloves.
and then it became like $40-$50 a box. Or it was like,
And that's when you could find it and
right.
in stock.
Oh my God, it's so wild.
And it's crazy how I knew people that were selling shit like that and in heavy bulk. And I'm like, where the fuck are you getting it?
Well, that's the thing. It was out there. Everything's out
Yeah.
there. You know, it's just being able. It's just who's got it.
Yeah.
Who's fucking got access to
And
it.
then you're
you know?
saying,
Who's willing to pay?
Oh, that's like being in that position where all of a sudden you look around and you're like, everybody needs this. Everybody wants this. I got a bunch of it.
Truckload. Yeah.
I got a truckload of this shit. Like, oh God, you guys need this shit? Perfect.
I met this cat one time, and it was like during that time, and he's like, you know what? When it's hard for everyone else, it's just right for me.
Hell yeah.
And I was like, God damn.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. And I was like, fuck. You got to find your lane.
Yeah.
People make money no matter what, in every situation.
It's out there to be. Yeah, someone's making money immediately.
Somebody's.
Whatever's going on, somebody's
Yeah.
immediately making money off of it.
Exactly. And people were making dough off that shit, off the cleaners. I remember I went and bought a Lysol. It was like $10 for one fucking can. But people were fucking flipping out. They needed to get their Lysol.
Give me that Lysol.
Damn.
Give me that Lysol.
Well, WWE needs some Lysol, bro.
Shit, man.
Clean that shit
I'm
up.
like this. The reality of it is this is worse than Chris Benoit. And Chris Benoit almost fucking ended the company. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like this ain't good. This is the boss who's a serial rapist. And you're not telling you can't convince me that these fools didn't know. If it's true when he's showing the text messages when he was like, I showed everybody your pictures and we're fucking saying she's got a hot ass, if he's just getting loose like that, showing everybody, that means all these fools knew. All these fools knew all the shit that's going on. And she wasn't the only one. Like all these stories are gonna start coming out. This is like when Bill Cosby, that shit happened with Bill Cosby. What's his name? The dude that fucking told the joke. Oh, shame on me. But the guy who originally told the joke about it, does everybody know that? Like, it didn't happen right away. He was on TV doing that bit. Like, he had done it a lot of times before it finally, like, caught some momentum and started. Like, this shit's the beginning with Vince McMahon. This is not the end. Like, this is. And now they got people there. And before, no one was interested. No one cared. No one cared. Because there's a chick named Ashley Massaro who was a wrestler a long time ago who, when they went to, like, Iraq or Kuwait or like tribute to the troops.
Yeah, I remember that.
When they were doing that, she got raped.
Oh.
And by a military dude.
Oh.
And they told her to shut the fuck up because they didn't want to mess up with their relationship with everything that was going on and to just squash it. And then Vince McMahon was like kept inviting her on the plane and all this shit. And then she ended up killing herself for not too long ago. And not because she got raped and no one believed her and she had to shut the fuck up about it. And that happened and this is a story that I've known fucking forever, but now it's coming out. It's like, oh, it is true, and the company did tell her to cover it up, and blah blah blah. And it's like, yeah, man, like it's now, because there was always Vince at the top, who was gonna fight and protect and never give an inch, and this fool was like, and now he's got bosses. Now Vince got bosses. These fools are not interested in protecting Vince McMahon.
Hell no.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
they already own it.
Right.
Fuck 'em.
It's everybody in WWE has been in a protect Vince McMahon mode since the 80s. Like, it's always protect, hell no. But now, this shit is bad.
Shit. I didn't know it went that deep.
Yeah, no, Vince is a fucking maniac. It has been for a long time. It's like not one person that they've asked about this has been going, I can't believe it. Not one person has been like, this is completely, what the fuck? Everyone's just like, yeah, this dude's a piece of shit. He's been a piece of shit. And now that WWE was the only place that any of these fools could cash a check in wrestling. Like, after while in your career and after, let alone you're a fucking 50-year-old broken dude who can maybe make some money selling a few t-shirts and some toys. Like, you want that Legends contract. You want all that shit. And part of that comes with shutting your fucking mouth about Vince McMahon. And now that this fool's coming, there's going to be a bunch of fools that are like, fuck that dude. Because there's dudes now that are like, man, I told you guys for fucking decades, like, fuck that dude, So it's getting wild. The craziest part is if he would have just gone away. Eventually, all this stuff comes out. Eventually, it would. But it all comes out after he's dead. It all comes out after he's dead and gone, and it's like, oh, like wild, oh, that's pretty. Like Hugh Hefner. Hugh Hefner dies, like all the stories start coming out, but at least he died before, Vince McMahon's gonna get to watch his legacy be taken away from him in his last years. Like, his last years are on Earth, or he might end up in jail. Like, he might, but he would be lucky if he doesn't end up in jail. But he is for sure gonna have his legacy torn down.
Oh, it's already, come on.
But WWE has always done. If you're out, you're out. Like, they don't show you, they don't talk about you, they'll fucking avoid saying your name, like all that stuff, And if Vince is out, like, how is Vince out? How do you talk about Stone Cold if you're not talking about Vince? How do you talk about, Hulk Hogan? You're not gonna talk about Vince. Like, how does any of it?
Talk about WWE with that?
How do you talk about this entire company if you're gonna like this? He's erased from history. Like, if you're gonna erase him from history, like what?
There is no history.
Yeah, what do we do? Brock? You're gonna erase Brock Lesnar too from history? Like, what do we do?
He's gone too. Oh, they took him off the cover off of WWE.
Took him out of WrestleMania.
2K14.
Yeah, exactly.
24.
What did he do?
Part of that lawsuit, almost.
Vince McMahon. There's they didn't say the name. They didn't say his, but in the report, there's a former UFC champion who is also a WWE wrestler who Vince was texting with this chick, and it's like, I told him part of the deal is he gets to fuck you, you know, and blah blah blah. And then Brock told her, send me a video of you pissing, and then called her a bitch when she did it, and then fucked her and all this stuff.
Oh shit.
Allegedly, he was supposed to be back at the Rumble, and all that shit came out, so they scrapped their shit.
Braun Breaker's spot. That's Brock Lesnar's spot. Like everything, because it doesn't make any sense why Braun Breaker and Omos will be fucking facing off. Like, and it was like, that doesn't make any sense. But that was his WrestleMania opponent last year. Like, it would have made the whole thing makes perfect sense if Brock Lesnar's in there. But they were like, yo, no Brock. Everything's the same. Just Braun's taking his spot, you know? Because they don't plan that shit in a day. Like, the Royal Rumble's planned out
months,
you know, like a while in fucking advance. There's fucking plans going on. That was pretty.
And isn't like The Rock even like higher up now?
Yeah, The Rock is on the board of directors of the company that owns WWE. So there's like here's the WWE, here's the UFC, and then TKO is the company that is the umbrella that UFC and WWE are under.
And The Rock's on top
and The Rock is on the board of TKO, negotiated part of that he now owns the Rock, because he did not own that, so now he owns the Rock, and it's like here to, you know, which it could be that no one saw this coming, that the Rock's legacy would end up coming back and being the boss of fucking WWE.
Fuck.
You know, like, it's not going to be Triple H, it's not going to be Vince McMahon, it's not going to be Shane, it's not going to be Stephanie, it's going to be the Rock as the fucking chairman of the board of this company that runs fucking WWE, which would be wild, but not out of the realm of possibilities right now. Like, it is super, there is a path for that to happen, which is nuts. Yeah. The whole, this is not good. It sounds so stupid, but
what does AEW fall on this whole thing?
Tony Khan said he won't talk about it. He said he has nothing to say about it.
Surprise.
Terrible allegations. He has nothing to say about it. Like,
doesn't help them, doesn't hurt them, doesn't.
I mean, what a scumbag move if you were like to fucking. That's something Vince would do, to be like, that fucking rapist, you know, like that is something Vince would do. But, you know, it's not good for the business. It's not good for nothing. But if there's gonna be a good part out of it, is that scooping this shit out, like scooping him and whoever he fucks with, like, get him out of here. Like, it's not the 80s, man.
I wonder who else is involved, man. Is there like guys maybe like Stone Cold or someone like that?
I mean, I don't know, but who knows? But I know there's a bunch of people that if you're like, I'm down, like Vince is my boy, like we've been friends, talking about.
You have to be.
This is what he was into, like fucking chicks with his friends and fucking do all this stuff. Like, this is what he was into. You're not telling me like you don't know nothing. Like, get the fuck out of here.
I know they asked Bruce Pritchard, like, I can't legally comment on any of that stuff.
Yeah, and Bruce Pritchard needs to be shaking in his fucking boots, because there's no way he doesn't know shit. There's no fucking way on God's green earth that Bruce Pritchard doesn't know where the bodies are buried. Like, get out of here. Especially with Johnny Ace is gonna flip, because John Laurinaitis, who's like Johnny Ace, is like he's Vince's stooge, basically. This fool's fucking Vince's stooge, and he's flipping. He's saying that he's not a predator.
He's a victim.
That he's a victim of Vince McMahon also. That Vince McMahon that he worked for Vince McMahon, and that Vince McMahon was ordering him to do sexual stuff and all this stuff, and that he couldn't not do it because Vince was the boss. So if he's going that way and saying that, he's going to flip and tell everything. Like, it's bad.
Oscar's online right now from My Grito asking if we talked about the new Ric Flair documentary on Netflix. There's a new Ric Flair documentary?
It's not new. It's new on Netflix, but it came out a few years ago. But I've seen it.
Was it the ESPN one?
I don't know. I know I started watching it and I was like, oh, I've seen this. And then I looked and it's like from 2017 or something.
Oh, because ESPN did one.
But
like a 30 for 30?
Yeah.
Those are so good. I like all of those.
It's a bummer. That's another dude. It's so funny that he was on wrestling saying, basically said that he's written down the fuck 18-year-old girls because he's like, he's get on camera. He's like, oh, there's a line, 18 to fucking whatever. And people were like, ew, you're fucking 80 years old. Why are you talking about fucking 18-year-old girls? He's like, oh, leave me alone.
I wonder if he's involved.
I mean, these fools are deviants, man. These are deviants. I don't put any of it past any of them.
Damn.
None of it.
Well, when's WrestleMania? Isn't it coming up? Or what's coming up next?
April 6th and 7th is WrestleMania. And there's an Elimination Chamber from Australia is coming up.
That's just going to be at 2 a.m. here.
I will not be watching. Or I might watch the beginning.
I just came home from a show or something.
Yeah, let me see the preview. All right, I'm going to sleep. Fuck all this noise.
And then AEW Revolution, Sting's about to retire.
Yeah.
He just won that tag team championships from AEW.
And it's so, and this is, so now the Young Bucks on AEW are like being, they're like
corporate assholes.
Yeah, they're like the asshole boss, like a corporate, like, you know, like fucking. Basically, they're doing the CM Punk storyline without CM Punk, like, but they're doing what he said that they should do. But they're just like, nah, we weren't going to do it with you, but we're going to do it now. You know, it's like, you stupid Bucks.
I hate the Young Bucks, bro.
Dude, they're the worst, man. The fucking Cucamonga kids.
Love me some, oh my God, fucking,
Jim Cornette.
There you go, the Cornettes.
Yeah. I love hearing him scream about him. I mean, it does bother me that his biggest criticism about Kenny Omega is that he's gay. People call him Twinkle Toes all the time, and it's like, come on, man. There's more things to make fun of him about.
Kenny Olivier.
Kenny Olivier.
Whatever happened to the dark guys or whatever there? The guy that's all tatted up, Brody?
Brody King, he's still out there. They're still doing it.
He's
in the House of Black.
Are they
on AEW?
Yeah, that's AEW. You know what? I haven't been watching religiously. I kind of fell off a little bit, but I mean, are they still wrestling on the Collision?
I don't know. I assume so.
Oh, okay.
I watch everything in fast forward for the most part, just to keep up.
Shit. Oh, fuck.
I'll watch like two matches, even on Raw, whatever. I'll watch like 2 matches, and the rest of it, I'm just like, I just want to know what's all right.
No, I'll watch.
Let's go.
I want to be entertained.
That's the thing about like now recording shit and being able to do that.
Yeah.
It's like you're not gonna sit through the whole fucking thing.
Like that's why it's so important. Like this is why they get the sports and WWE is getting so much money from any of these streaming companies, because there is something different about sitting down and watching it as it happens.
Yeah.
Like the energy of it. Like, cause even if it's like, yo, man, I'll hear about, yo, man, there was a match that happened 2 weeks ago. It was fucking great. But it happened 2 weeks ago, and it's like, you know, whatever. And it's like, I'll try to watch it, but it's like, it doesn't really, like,
like when like your buddy's like, oh, I recorded the game. Like, you're not watching that whole game,
like,
dude.
who fucking cares, man?
Yeah,
like,
it's already over. It's
right.
done.
It doesn't have the same.
Nah.
Right,
like, you just hit
immediacy.
highlights.
Right. It's like, just show me what happened.
Yeah, show me the highlights, bro.
I don't need to see this shit.
Yeah.
That's like, I have YouTube TV,
Uh-huh.
and if you watch sport, it's so fun. I think this happens on fucking Hulu too. But if you come in late, they're like, do you want us to show you what's happened? Do you want us to show you highlights of what's happened so far? And it's like,
oh, that's
are you could show me the key plays of what's happened so far, and while a game is still going on,
and then
like,
catch me up. That's dope.
This is wild.
That's dope.
You know? Like the future is fucking crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
The future is crazy. It's filled with technology and aliens.
A lot of aliens.
Probably. They're not even aliens. They're from Dude, I've been watching fourth dimension videos on fucking YouTube, trying to understand the fourth dimension.
What's the fourth dimension, man?
Jesus Christ. So we live in 3 dimensions.
Leo, can you come on the show?
So like we live left, right, up, down. You know what I mean? We live in 3 dimensions. So if there was someone who lived like a civilization that lived in 2 dimensions, like a piece of paper,
it's drawing
flat. They live flat. Not even this way. They live this way. Like, so we're looking at the top of if we're looking down on them, we're looking at the top of their head while they live in this flat. And they would have no concept of up. Like none. That would that's
2-dimensional.
It doesn't exist. They live in fucking 2 dimensions. But we could exist in their 2-dimensional world as a shadow. You know what I mean? Like our shadow would be projected on that, like onto a piece of paper. Like you could make a shadow on that. So we exist in we could exist in their 2-dimensional world. The same thing can happen as, I'm fucking this up. So, you know how like a cube exists in 3 dimensions.
Yeah.
And if you shine if you shine a light through a cube onto a piece of paper, you can see its shadow. What a 3-dimensional shadow looks like in 2 dimensions. So, using that, because you lose a dimension each time. If you go from 3 dimensions, the shadow becomes 2 dimension. From 2, you can go to 1. Figuring out what the 4th dimension might look like, we can create its shadow in 3 dimensions. But we can't see what the 4th dimension looks like because we don't exist in the fucking 4th dimension.
If the universe created a 2-dimensionally large universe with all the rest rolled up and small,
don't
have
show
organisms.
Go to YouTube's and there's a Carl Sagan video that's fucking wild, man.
Carl Sagan.
Yeah, and because he holds it's a tesseract, and he holds it, and it's this 3-dimensional object. He was like, this is what the shadow of a 4-dimensional object looks like, because you lose a dimension into 3. He's like, but we can't, there he is.
Any of these?
The top one, Carl Sagan in the 4th dimension.
Are you struggling in your calculus class?
No.
Do you have a hard time understanding your instructor?
Yes, if I was in that class, I would have a hard time.
I would have already dropped out.
In discussing the large-scale structure of the cosmos, astronomers sometimes say that space is curved, or that the universe is finite but unbounded. Whatever are they talking about? Let's imagine that we are perfectly flat. I mean absolutely flat. And that we live, appropriately enough, in a flatland. A land designed and named by Edwin Abbott, a Shakespearean scholar who lived in Victorian England. Everybody in flatland is, of course, exceptionally flat. We have squares, circles, triangles, and we all scurry about, and we can go into our houses and do our flat business. Now, we have width and length, but no height at all. Now, these little cutouts have some little height, but let's ignore that. Let's imagine that these are absolutely flat. That being the case, we know, us flatlanders, about left-right, and we know about forward-back, but we have never heard of up-down. Let us imagine that into flatland, hovering above it, comes a strange 3-dimensional creature which, oddly enough, looks like an apple. And the 3-dimensional creature sees an attractive, congenial-looking square, watches it enter its house, and decides in a gesture of interdimensional amity to say hello. Hello.
So at this point, really quick, the aliens he's talking about are in the 4th dimension, or
we're still at us. We're at Apple. We're the 3rd dimension.
No, but he's saying that the aliens are 4th dimension.
Right, yeah.
So not aliens, they're just 4th dimensional beings.
They're 4th dimensional beings, right, that have figured out a way to cross over into our dimension, Or it might not even be them. This could be just the shadow. Like how, the 3rd dimension, like how it's projecting, how our shadow would project onto the flat fucking into a 2-dimensional.
Yeah.
Like this could be just, because apparently that's what some of the yet to be released military footage is they're not seeing the thing. They're seeing readouts from and it's like, because it's not there, but it is there. And it's because it's in a fucking another goddamn dimension that we're kind of unaware of, It's in our up, like all these things are in our up, like that we don't fucking see it. And that shit, it makes...
Gotta ask Leo to put some wings on that
right,
shit.
and apparently the number, there's 10 or 11 dimensions is what they think.
What?
Like it keeps going back to those 10 or 11 dimensions, but most of these dimensions are so small that an atom can't pass through. Like that's what that at 13 dimensions, everything collapses. So it's like it just, whatever's going on, whatever the real thing is, whatever is really actually happening, it's way beyond anything that we could ever possibly. Because that's the thing, we can't even imagine it because it's in another goddamn, there's dimensional things happening.
I can't even imagine that. You can't go, like an atom can't go through.
Right, this is
how tiny
exists,
is that?
And I can't remember. I was high when I was watching it, but there's a reason why. Like it helps everything from collapsing or blah 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 whatever, because atoms can't pass through it. Blah, blah, but it is. You start hearing these dudes talking, it's like, oh no,
Leo, we need
and
you.
this shit is like This is in the 70s. Carl Sagan. You know what? So you imagine what?
That's what I was thinking. Like, he looks like he was from another dimension.
Like the leap. This is, well, how long is the 70s? 50 years ago?
Fuck.
And so, like, what is... And then once AI comes online and we start feeding this thing information, and it can be like, oh, well, this is actually what's going on. You're like, oh, shit. Like, really? It's like, we're in trouble. AI, VR, it's all bad. Go just to the end right here so I can show you there we go. No, past that. Right there. Here we go.
All the vertices connected by lines. And now the real tesseract in 4 dimensions would have all the lines of equal length and all the angles right angles. That's not what we see here, but that's the penalty of projection. So you see,
and then when you spin it, you can do that in a computer and they spin the tesseract, and it looks fucking
wild. You can certainly think about it perfectly well. Now, imagine a universe just like Flatland, truly.
Get out of here.
What if?
It's like
sounds like some Marvel shit.
Tesseract. I mean, yeah. That when I was like, oh, that's where they got that. But it is. Once you start really digging in, it's like nothing. It is so disheartening to me because it's just like, oh, none of this matters. Like nothing matters. I'm just gonna go to sleep. I'm gonna take a nap, like, because I don't need. This is not. None of this matters. None of it matters. We're dust in the wind, man.
But it does matter.
I mean, it matters to us.
No, but it does because you got to think like, who or what created that?
Sure.
Because that's even a greater like question, bigger question now. Because who created that shit that's so complex that we can't even wrap our heads around?
There's nothing right. Because we think we're
it.
We think we're awesome.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, and we're fucking monkeys, man. We're monkeys with clothes on.
So who or what or how?
The Anunnaki, man. The Anunnaki did it.
Because I can't believe an explosion caused that. No,
it's the Anunnaki. They put the moon there 13,000 years ago to control our climate.
Or as Babe.
They harvest us they created us to harvest gold for them. What's going on, man?
Or it's Babe, bro.
Dude, Babe, she's out there in another dimension. I know.
What dimension is she from?
Fuck, man. I don't know. That's the whole thing. Who knows?
Because you can't see her.
No. I mean, I've seen her, but I can't, like, look at her.
Because you can only see the shadow.
I can't, like, look at her face directly. I can only, like, look at her, like, out of my peripheral. Like,
so you couldn't even, like, move your head.
No, it's like looking like in an eclipse where you're kind of like, you know, it's like I kind of see it, you know, as you kind of, yeah. I want to go back to the fucking jungle, man.
The jungle's calling.
I want to go back so bad. I've been thinking about it a lot. The jungle! Come get me! Come get me!
Who's the thing that you don't want to come get you?
That's Chuyachaki.
That's the last thing you want.
Chuyachaki, I do not want to come fucking get me. I don't have time to go fight him in my dreams for 9 months, man.
God damn.
I don't want to eat a special diet and fight him in my dreams for 9 months. I don't have that kind of time.
9-month battle.
You fight him in your dreams, or you fight him during the day? You gotta go like all day. You have to, you're like your regular bullshit. I'm like, all right, man, it's time to go to sleep. I gotta go fight this dude in my fucking dreams again.
But if you beat him,
then he becomes your homie and he helps you out in the jungle to like find stuff.
But just in the jungle.
Well, I mean, I imagine if he calls you out of the jungle to come fight, he better help you outside of the jungle too. You know, and if this fool's like come out of life.
if it's 9 months of battle and I win.
Well, if I'm in the jungle and he's like, oh, I want to fight you, it's like, all right. But if I'm in America and this fool starts finding me to fight me, and now I have to go back to the jungle to fight him in the jungle in my dreams for 9 months. It better come back. If you followed me out, you better follow me out again once we're homies, you know? Like, you don't stay here in the goddamn jungle. Come out here, Chuyachaki.
What would you have him do? What would be the first thing you have him do?
Man, I would not ask. You know what? That you're like inviting a demon in. You know what I mean? I don't ask that fool for nothing. Get out of here. Stay away from me, Chuyachaki. I don't need anything from you. Especially not a 9-month dream battle.
I'll be crazy.
Like Kincaid and Nightmare on Elm Street 4. I'll do the backflips. Remember that one where he's in a wheelchair, but then he could walk in his dreams? It was the best.
I think the best part of that was that one guy that was on drugs, and then all the holes turned into mouths.
That was pretty cool.
That was, and then
the Roach Motel was cool, where you fucking squished it, they turned the chicken into a bug, and then squished her inside the Roach Motel.
You go back and look at that, and you're like laughing.
Well, no, yeah,
because it's common.
Yeah, they made him into the fucking to a good guy. They're like, Freddy, fuck those kids up, man.
Damn,
fuck their dreams. Yeah, that's like the worst thing that there is. So no, I'm not battling Chuyachaki, but I would like to go back to the jungle and see Babe and hang out. Maybe go see some ruins.
You go Valentine's for Babe. What would you get her? What would you get Babe for Valentine's?
Oh man,
chocolates, flowers. She has a shit ton of flowers out there. She don't need yours.
She's from the jungle, you know. She's not, but probably just some sort of like really nice gesture. Yeah,
a rock.
Like a shiny rock?
A shiny rock.
Sure, a shiny rock from like the rock store? Sure. I'll give Babe a shiny rock. Oh, I love going to the crazy people store. The rock sell rocks. I love buying rocks.
Yeah. I got quite a few.
Dude, I love crystals. And then girls come over, they're like, what the fuck is this? I'm like, those are my crystals. And I see their vaginas start to get wet. They're like, oh my God, this fool loves crystals. I'm like, I do. I carry them around. That's why I wish I could have Ben Davis again, so I could have that little pocket to put well, I guess I could do it in Levi's, but I have my ID in there. For the little coin pocket, that's where I used to keep my rocks. And like little trinkets. I used to keep like
pocket.
4 or 5 little trinkets inside there like a fucking otter, like a crazy person.
Rocks.
I carry my gloves in my little pocket.
You're a fucking lunatic.
So chicks dig rocks.
You should carry like a little emergency, like little pills that they have, like a little metal pill that the gloves are in. It's like a one-time use thing.
Oh, okay.
You start doing that. Like, oh, I got my emergency. It's like, we took an emergency trip, man. You don't have your little gloves. You're like, oh, don't I?
Yeah.
I got them, no problem.
Fuck those gloves.
The first time, how long after you thought about, I should buy some gloves, did you get gloves for eating shrimps?
I remember one day going in there, like, someone had gloves. I'm like, oh my God, I'm
gonna have gloves.
I want that. And it was the venue or the place. It was Boiling Crab and the Alhambra that was doing that shit. And I'm like, dude, I want a pair of gloves. Like, that's the most smartest thing fucking ever. Now my fingers don't have to smell like I fucking finger banged some shrimp all fucking night. Like, let me do that shit.
And you got them immediately.
Yes. And ever since then, like,
how fast did you go back to try it out?
No, I mean that day when I'm like, hey, like,
oh, you got gloves right there.
Yeah, like, hey, where's the gloves at?
Yeah.
Like, well, available upon request. Like,
bring those.
Yeah, bring those gloves.
I request.
Yes.
Available upon request. Well, then I request.
But the good gloves, not them fucking cheap ass
McDonald's gloves.
No,
I want
shit.
Like
which all of them have that now. That's why you got to carry your own.
I want mechanics gloves. I want purple ones.
I want the thick ass ones.
Yeah, I want them so I can't even feel my fingers touching this food.
I
have to like look at it or else I'll drop it.
Because after a while, they will get fucked up on you. If they're not thick enough, they will.
I believe it. It starts soaking
all of a sudden
through.
It's like leaking inside. I think there was
holes.
I can't remember which TV show or whatever it was where the guy that was doing all the murders, he was part of the police force, and he was using gloves like that, the cheap ones.
Yeah.
And it was starting to leave somewhat of a fingerprint. And so that's what they had said, when they were all checking. And so then he switches the gloves, and they're like, why the fuck did he switch gloves?
How the fuck did he know?
How did he know? Well, we almost, you know what I mean? And I was like, fuck. That was crazy.
Mario was the one who did it.
Mario was the one who did it.
He was the murderer.
Yeah.
Mario's the murderer. He kills little kids and dogs, too.
Dogs.
I would never kill dogs. Never. Ever.
I believe it.
I
used to know a girl, her dog hated her. Her dog hated her so much, this little dog. And I was like, why did your dog? It was like, this is ridiculous. Your dog does not like you. And it turns out she had taken the dog. She was at a party. And the next door neighbor, she just saw the dog in the yard and decided that these people weren't taking care of the dog right. Was like, I know they're not. And she took their little dog, and the dog hated her. And she's like, I was like, he knows he doesn't belong here. That's why he hates you, because he wants to go home. Like, get out of here.
Well, my cousin Paul had a dog that got loose, and they put up their posters and all this shit. And supposedly the story goes like they didn't really take care of him too good or whatever. Like, I mean, they fed him and all that shit. But never like that extra attention.
Yeah.
So some lady, I guess, came with the dog, and it had just gotten like washed, and it had bows in its hair, the whole nine. And she's like, "Is this your puppy? Because if it's not, we really love him." Blah blah. So that dog was getting like taken care of, and like they're like, "Yeah, it's our dog." And like, "Do you really want it back?" And they're like, "Yeah." That that dog was like, "Oh
man, I had the life for a little bit, man. You see what look at me, man. I got bows in my hair."
Yeah. When's the last time you cut my hair?
They're like, "Is this your dog?" I think so. I've never seen him clean like that. Yeah.
I'm surprised he wasn't even like recognizable. Like, I think that's our dog.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. So, yeah, it is what it is, man. Coming to you from the fourth dimension, it's the West Coast Pop Block Podcast, the #1 live podcast every Tuesday night in every single 13 dimensions. You can catch us on Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, anywhere you watch and listen podcasts. That's where we will be, #1 till the day we're done.
God damn. I love it.
Yo, Johnny, anything coming up?
Yes.
But he doesn't remember. So we'll post it on Instagram as soon as we find out.
Come on, Johnny. Come on.
I know Mario got something.
I got the sad stuff happening. We're doing an emo versus goth night this Sunday, the 18th. It's President's Day weekend. No school or work the next day. All-age event happening at Bricks Rock Bar, City of Maywood. We have a My Chemical Romance tribute band, Sweet Revenge, and then all the way from Phoenix, Arizona for some of the dark stuff. We have Some Days Are Darker, and all the way.
Oh shit! They got dark in the name.
Yeah.
Yo,
I know that shit's serious.
Who's sadder, bro? The emos or the darks?
I mean,
it's all sad.
Fuck.
It's all sad.
What else you got? That's it?
And then Gabby Bravo, all the way from Santa Cruz, is coming down for that show. And then the 24th, Club Fun City celebrating its 15-year anniversary with the one and only Adam from She Wants Revenge making a special guest DJ appearance. So come out for that.
Shit.
All tickets available at m81presents.com.
And we will be having Michelada will come back to Santa Anita Racetrack May 4th.
May Quattro.
May the 4th be with you.
Derby.
Oh shit! Star Wars Day.
She get a Star Wars band.
If you dress up in Star Wars gear, you get in free.
Ooh. They have the Cantina band playing.
That'll be fucking rad. That'll be fucking badass. I'll dig that.
Yeah, so we have Voodoo Glow Skulls for that, and we're adding more and more.
They were in the Star Wars. I remember that. That guy in the mask.
Yeah, so we will have that. We will be announcing, and tickets will go on sale pretty sure this Friday.
Ooh, meetyoutRumble.com.
Definitely. And next week we're on Monday. Celebrating Johnny's birthday. Remember, he wears a size 10.
10 and a half.
10 and a half PF Flyers.
Center
with the red stripe.
Black with the red stripe, yeah.
And the Heather Gray Ben Davis.
Good luck.
Size.
I'll take any size. You can find those, you buy
any size.
You have them tailored down.
Yeah.
Or up.
And any chocodiles you can get your hands
on. Steal them, though.
We out.
The #1 live show in the world, West Coast Pop Block Podcast. Coming to you from Pig Studios in Compton, California. Featuring radio personality Super Steve Flores. Comedian extraordinaire, that dude Johnny C. And Mr. I'll Do Anything for a Buck, Mario 81. So throw your dubs in the air and let's get ready to pop block.